So 1.21.4 is officially out now, and that means it's time to do some new floor designs for this update. We actually got lots of new blocks inside of this update in total, and these are most of them right here. There's other ones too, like stairs and slabs of things, but this is most of the stuff right here, and it's all pretty amazing, especially this white wood stuff. I don't really like the resin very much, but we'll work with it, and yeah, I got some designs I'm going to be showing you today. 12 in fact, 12 new designs for 1.21.4, whatever this update name is, something to do with the creaking, that's what this is for, so let's go ahead and hop into it. So first and foremost here, we got ourselves some calcite and the stripped pale oak wood. If you alternate them, they look pretty good like this. I like how they blend. Now this new pale oak wood, especially if you zoom in, it has pink hues to it. This has white hues, like more of a true white with shades of blue and stuff like that, but this has some pink hues. So they kind of go good just kind of alternating like this, and yeah, I like how it looked, like how it turned out, and I think it looks really good. Now a lot of these are gonna be similar to this, where there's alternating blocks that look good paired with it, old stuff mixed with new stuff, all just only new stuff. I recommend trying out different color palettes and options that you think would work good for you. But number 2 here, we got just the pale oak log and the stripped pale oak log, and it gives this cool alternating texture here of the border and then without the border. Now I have a texture pack that just adds the roundedness to it, so if you took that off there, it still would look good, but I just like how that adds the roundedness to it. I actually got that off Vanilla Tweaks. If you're curious where that is, go to Vanilla Tweaks, and that is where you can get this. Moving right along, we got these awesome new trapdoors, which I really like. They're real good and just have this little like latch on there, but then it's kind of like a planks texture. It's really nice, and it works good alternating with either, honestly, you could even alternate it with the planks instead of this. So like, yeah, see, look, if I put planks in here, that looks good too. Honestly, there's lots of options with this that look really good, and just play with it and see what works best for you. Now moving into more of the logs, and then even the creaking heart can be used in some of these now, because this is a block that you can get. Now I wanted to use ones of the texture lighting up, but unfortunately it's not a directional block. It always is placed like this no matter how you place it, because I wanted to use it on the side and use the glowing effect of it, but it just doesn't work. That's more of a wall thing to play with in normal survival, but I just have the logs going sideways connecting the creaking hearts, which have that cool darker texture on the top there, and then some mud blocks mixed in, and it looks good just like that. And then this is another classic, using just the logs to alternate. They're just, every other one's in a different position. So this one's sideways, this one's up and down, sideways, up and down. And these actually kind of do it better than most other logs, because most other logs are lighter in the middle and shade and get darker towards the edges. These are more so just the same color all the way around, and it looks really good. And finally, playing into the pink tones, like I said, we're using the cherry planks and even the cherry log. Hello, how you doing? We're using those mixed in here because it looks good. The pinker tones, it really brings them out, and they complement each other nice, the pink and the white. Even the villager likes it. But of course, we got the pale moss block as well, which is a great block to alternate with stuff like stone and grayer blocks. On this, for instance of it, we have tuff where it alternates with, because the coloring of tuff is pretty close. Even using the other variations of tuff, it's pretty close with that as well. So you can use all different kinds of tuff in this type of mixture here, and it will look good. Or you can use both kinds of mosses. You can use the pale moss mixed in with the normal moss. And they both have carpet variations, so use the carpet variations to add some height differences. And it works quite well. I know this kind of looks like a target how I mapped it out here, but it really works well together because it's two forms of moss. Now I have an angular floor pattern here, but this is kind of showing how the gradient would work on this, going from like a pale moss to something like the tuff, and then the tuff into the cobble, into smooth stone, and it looks really good and works well. It doesn't have to be on an angle like this is. It can be like straight up and down or on a wall or whatever, but it just looks really good mixed in here. It's another great mixture in with these gray blocks. And now onto the resin. It's so freaking bright. Compared to this stuff, it's like, yikes, it's a stark contrast. But I used all the resin blocks for this one here, because there's even, you know, the chiseled versions of it, and then you got the stairs, you got walls, you got slabs of whatever these are, the bricks. And then there's just the normal resin as well. But mixing them all together, you can accomplish something kind of cool if you're going for, you know, something a little bit brighter. And this I actually really like. Now, this here, if you're wondering how I got that, you just use the resin clump, and if you right click that, even on the side, it places it down, like anywhere, almost on every block. So you can accomplish a lot of things with that. And like I said, even place it on the sides, you can place it on the glazed terracotta to where it adds a little bit. And that can be used in many, many different like applications. But I like how this turned out here. I wanted to pull in some of the other orangey blocks, so we got the orange glazed terracotta, which also has this like blue texture here that matches nice with the cyan concrete. And so we just kind of pulled in some sort of like carpet or mosaic design here. It even has some shulker boxes implemented into here, which would go well with the orange, and so does the wool. And then we got those resin clumps. I even have one in the middle here to spice up the middle one, make it look a little different, because I didn't necessarily want to use the chiseled. And then yeah, it came together really nice, and I like how this one looks. The colors, the blues and the oranges, they complement well, and yeah, it just looks good. And lastly, of course, I feel like this is going to be the most common use for this, is kind of making your own ore block with these resin clumps and attaching them to, you know, stone or tuff or whatever like that, and then maybe having your bigger patches here, which you can put the clumps on as well. But this is kind of more like a messy, maybe a minor floor or something like that. But yeah, this works out good, doing it in little clumps or patches like that. It could even be like, maybe you just imagine that it's a food block and it's been dripped down and messied up with food. I don't know. It's up to you whether you want to use it like it's an ore, kind of like this, or like it's, you know, something orange food. I can't, like, not really honey. Honey is not really this color, but you get what I mean. Some sort of orangey food that's been spread across the floor like this. But that's the 12 floor designs, including resin blocks and the pale moss blocks. I hope you enjoyed it and found them useful. A lot of these patterns can be used on many different things, many different, you know, like options, and with different colors and different variations. I hope this is just a good stepping off point for you to get other ideas and other patterns and stuff like that. And I did make a video probably about a month ago doing this for the 1.20 update with the copper and stuff like that, so go check that video out if you want some other floor design ideas, and let me know what you thought about this video, if it helped you, gave you a good starting off point. If you did use these floor designs and expanded on them or used them in your bases, I'd love to see it. So send me a picture on Twitter, on Instagram DMs, tag me in it. I'd love to see it. Let me know, and then, you know, leave a comment on which one you like the best. I'd appreciate it. And that's going to be it for this video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Helps me out a ton. And I'll be doing more videos like this, maybe some build hacks and stuff like that, or future block update videos and stuff like that. So be on the lookout. Make sure you're subscribed to see those when they come out. And I will see you all in the next videos. Take care. Have a great day. And goodbye.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that green button right there to subscribe, and check out these 2 videos that YouTube is recommending just for you.